Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to KGX to the Z TV. Yo, let's do the formalities quick. Like, share, subscribe, hype, algorithm. Breaking news as of about an hour ago. Fabrizio has confirmed Chelsea have decided to sack Liam Rosenior with immediate effect. It's over after 4 months, 5 consecutive defeats, no goals scored in the league since March 13th. Disparaging comments, quotes after the last game said something along the lines of there were only 4 or 5 players that were actually out there giving their all. So sort of throwing the players under the bus, and you know what that means. When managers start talking like that about the squad, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on where you might stand in this situation, managers are sacked and not the players, right? Easier to get rid of the manager than it is to get rid of the players, although players need to hold their heads in shame after yesterday's performance. Go check out my match reaction if you want to get my thoughts on the Brighton match, but we won't do that. But we won't reiterate those comments. But yeah, immediately effective. Rumor has it, and I think it's been confirmed, that Liam McGregor, or whatever his last name is, Liam Gallagher, will resume the interim position. He used to be the under-21 coach. He was the interim manager that bridged the gap between Maresca and Rosenior. I think he had 3 games with us. I think it was 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat. Most memorable was the last-minute equalizer at the Etihad with Enzo Fernandez at the back post tapping it in. But he's going to take over the reins. He's been Liam's assistant since Rosenior came in. But it's over. It is absolutely over. So all the briefings, all the reports about, Bluco, Ekbali are backing Rosenior. His job's not under any kind of scrutiny or at risk. Turns out to be nothing but PR statements. What Chelsea Football Club, what Bluco are the best at these days, because we're certainly not the best at winning football matches, certainly not the best at scouting top talents, top players. But we are very good at PR statements. We are very good at putting our business all out on the streets for everybody to see. But yeah, the writing was on the wall. The play, it was clear that the players had down tools on him, which, again, as I mentioned, these players don't have the benefit of the doubt. They don't have the credit in the bank, the down tools on any manager. But it was evident that the more time we had underneath Rosenior, the worse we were getting. The results speak for themselves, right? 3-0 to Brighton, 3-0 to PSG, 3-0 to Man City, 3-0 to Everton, 5-2 to PSG away, which sort of was the tipping point for everything. But yeah, the writing was on the wall. It was unfortunate, right, that Rosenior was even put in this situation. He didn't want to come to Chelsea. He wanted to stay and finish out the season at Strasbourg and then make a determination. But we fast-tracked him from the management trainee program, and look where that got us. It got us from being in and around the mix of Champions League football to a real possibility of us going 10th, dropping down the 10th this weekend, right? We played midweek, got the FA Cup match, Leeds on Sunday. How will that affect the folks, the players? Will they be up for it? Yeah, just calamity of a season in all competitions, right? 2 deep runs in the domestic competitions, out of the Champions League in the quarterfinals, to a better side in PSG. So no shame there, but a lot of blame could be thrown at Liam for how we went out of that particular competition. But yeah, just a disastrous end of the season. 3 out of 4 years we're going to miss out on the Champions League underneath this group. In the managerial market, once again, that's Tuchel, that's Potter, that's Lampard, that's Poch, that's Maresca, and now that's Rosenior. Although some of them, Lampard was an interim manager, Liam's an interim manager. We had Bruno Salter, I think, who was an interim manager for the Brighton match 1 game. So just everything that can go wrong for a club is going wrong at Chelsea Football Club. Financially, we're in disarray. The talent that we've acquired with the 1 billion, 1.5 billion that we've spent looks like money not well spent, right? We went up to Brighton yesterday to the Amex with a front line of Delap, Neto, didn't even have Garnacho from the start. He came on at halftime. So the squad is poor. The talent ID is poor. The managerial decisions, apart from Maresca, have all backfired. So that's been poor. The recruitment there's been poor. The commercial side of the no new stadium, no front of the shirt sponsor have been poor. Everything about this club is poor. And unfortunately, or fortunately, Liam had to be the fall guy most recently and take this L. But here we are again, looking for a new manager in possibly one of the worst summers to actually be looking for a manager with an expanded World Cup. You're going to thin the pool out. Potentially Liverpool looking for a manager, potentially United looking for a manager, potentially City if Pep does leave, potentially Arsenal if Arsenal bottle the league again and Arteta finishes second and they decide to part ways. Yeah, it's going to be peak. Then how attractive are we as an actual club? Yeah, it's grim times right now, dark times for us Chelsea fans. But look, the situation that a lot of us saw coming, a lot of us had asked for, but it is what it is, fellas and ladies. We're in the mud. We have only ourselves to try to pick ourselves up out of the mud. But do we have the confidence that this ownership, these directors, can do it? They just were backed with new contracts in the summer. Evidence came out or articles came out about them giving themselves huge raises as a result of the work that Maresca did, achieving all the goals, overachieving in terms of the Club World Cup with the limited amount of resources that he got. So yeah, it's interesting. Iriola is a name that's been rumored. Xabi Alonso has been rumored. Glasner has been rumored. A guy from either Mainz or Stuttgart have been rumored. Gary O'Neill is over there on the next pipeline for the management training program. So yeah, man, it's absolutely, folks, it's absolutely peak. But let me know what your thoughts in the comments are. Let me know if you're on board with the Rosenior getting sacked. Let me know if who you want to see come in, realistic targets for the next manager. And yeah, be sure to like, be sure to share, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.